Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, my blog. So today I'm going to read to you the story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. How many of you guys know this story? Well, it's a really good story. And today we're going to start with our letter A for our creation. Remember, we're going through the letters of creation and they each stand for something else. Today we're doing A, which means activity. So what are different kinds of activities that you can do, especially since you're at home? Well, you can run, you can jump, you can skip. If you have a jump rope, you can do jump rope. You can do hula hoops. You can do sports. You can do all kinds of different sports. You can do soccer. If you guys like soccer, you guys can do basketball for basketball, or you can do a baseball. You can play baseball outside. There's also swimming that you can do if you have a pool, and golf and tennis and all kinds of different things. But activity is just something that keeps you moving. It keeps you going. It gets your heart rate pumping. And activity is important to stay healthy, to stay well, so that we don't get sick. We got to keep moving. We got to be active. And that's what our story is about today, is being active. So we start out in the city of Jericho. Now, Jericho was a grand and mighty city. And there was a great wall around the city of Jericho that nobody could get through. It was heavily guarded. There were people looking everywhere at this city, and nobody could get through it. But Joshua and the people of God wanted to go through Jericho, and God had told them to take the city. So there's the picture. You can see the big wall right here. You can see the town. That's Jericho in the background. And see how big that wall is? There's no way you could get through that wall without being let in. One day, Joshua looked up and saw a man standing before him. The man was holding a sword in his hand, and Joshua had no idea who this man was. He had never seen him before in his lifetime. So Joshua asked the man, "Are you on our side, or are you on Jericho's side?" The man said, "No, I am the commander of the Lord's army." Joshua fell on the ground and worshiped God. "What do you want me to do?" Joshua asked the man. "Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground." Now, if you remember from our other story, when we studied Moses, and Moses came to the burning bush, God told him the same thing. Take your sandals off, for you are standing on holy ground. And that means a place where God is present, a place that God has been, is holy ground. So you want to take your shoes off for that. So Joshua took off his sandals, and God spoke to Joshua and said, "I am giving the city of Jericho over to you." Joshua was so relieved. He was so happy that God was on his side and God was going to help him. "This is what I want you to do to take the city of Jericho. I want you and all the people to march around the city once. Do that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. March around the city for 6 days. And as you are marching, 7 priests will play their trumpets." Here's a picture. So here's the man with the sword, and then here's Joshua. And he's talking about the city of Jericho. Now, a horn, back then, it was just long with like a round piece at the end. But today we have all kinds of different horns. We have like a saxophone. So I'm going to play this as my horn today, because I can't find the horn that I'm looking for. I actually ordered one. It's not here yet. So we're going to play with this one. This is a toy saxophone. And we're going to play that. So as they're marching, you're going to have 7 priests, and they're going to play their trumpets. Can you guys pretend to play your trumpets? Go doo, 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 doo. And you're going to march around the city 6 times doing that. And then on the 7th day, I want you and all the people to march around the city. Not 1 time, not 2 times, not 3, 4, 5, or even 6 times, but 7 times. So let's count to 7 with me, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're going to march around the city for 7 days. And on the 7th day, they're going to march around the city 7 times. And as you march all around the city, have the priests make a long blast with their trumpets. And then I want you to shout. I want my people, God's people, to shout, and the wall will fall flat. So Joshua called the people and told them God's plan. You can see it counts from 1 over here all the way to 7. And there's the 7 priests up here. Or I guess there's 6 priests. So he makes number 7. And then on number 7, they're going to shout as they play their trumpets. And you can kind of see that the trumpets, that's kind of what they look like, if you can see that right there. On the first day, they marched around Jericho, and the priests played their trumpets. Joshua told the people not to say anything. So they marched without opening their mouths. So they had to walk around being super quiet. Remember when I say, put your bubbles in your mouth, and you go, that's what they had to do. They had to march around super, super quiet, not making a sound as God told them. Once they finished marching around the city, they went back to camp and slept. The next day, they got up and marched around the city just like they had the day before. Then they went back to camp. They did this again and again until they had marched around Jericho for 6 days. Now remember, the 7th day was special. They were going to do something different on the 7th day. On the 7th day, they marched around the city. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. How many times did they have to march around the city? Do you guys remember? 7 times. They had to march around the city for 7 times. And they marched around just like God had told them to do. And on the 7th time, the priests played their long blasts on their trumpets. And they shouted. The people shouted, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city." And what was supposed to happen to the wall? Do you guys remember? It fell. So it was a wall, kind of like, I'm going to do this just as an example. So there's a wall like this. And then they played their trumpets and they shouted, and the wall went flat. It went as flat as a pancake. You guys like pancakes? Pancakes are flat. They're not really bumpy, are they? So it went flat, just like that. And keeping active helps us to be fit and strong. And so marching is one way that you guys can be active. You can pretend to march. You can pretend to march around the city, around their wall, playing your trumpet really, really loud for God to hear. But that's what happened. And you can see the wall fell down. Now, once the wall fell, then God's people could go through the city of Jericho like they wanted to. And so we just want to be active. We just want to keep moving. I know some days it's been raining, but some days it's been really, really nice. Just get outside and play. Some things that we've done here, Boston's got a playground out back. He went and he played in the backyard. We did chalk. We've done chalk a couple of days. Just get out there and play and run and be active and be fit. And one of the things about this story, if you guys like it, I will try to put a link up in my bio that you guys can see in the description of this video. But Veggie Tales is another great thing where you can learn about God and his different stories. So this one is a video that we actually own. We have a lot of Veggie Tale DVDs. We really like Veggie Tales. And this is Larry Learns to Listen, but it has the Joshua and the big wall on there. And I'm going to find it on YouTube. I've already found it. I'll put it up in the description as a link, and you can click on that and you can watch it. It's only like 7 or 8 minutes long, but it kind of gives you more of an idea, visually, that you guys can see. If you guys want to watch it, you're more than welcome to click on the link. I hope you do. It's really cute and it's really good for kids. So that's our story for today. I will see you guys in a little bit, or in a couple of days, when I post a new video. So when you go here, like the video, subscribe so that you know when a new post is added. And again, I will send out a reminder for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed our story about Joshua and the wall, and get out there and get fit, stay active. You're stuck at home, so you want things to do. So going outside in the sunshine is a really good idea. Maybe you guys have a garden that you guys can work in. I don't know. Maybe you can plant some stuff. We'll see. But leave me a comment on how you liked it and what you guys are doing for fun as well, especially on nice sunny days. So I will see you guys on my next vlog. Bye guys. Have a good day.